My name is Kathrin, and I'm back with another video in our Femtech Voices series. And in honor of World Menopause Day, which happened last weekend, I'm joined by Clare Knox, the founder and CEO of See Her Thrive. And we'll speak a little bit about menopause and the work she's doing in this space. Welcome, Clare. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks, Kathrin. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So maybe to get us started, Clare, can you talk a little bit about See Her Thrive and what your company does?
Absolutely. So See Her Thrive is all about women's health in the workplace. So we essentially provide workplace training, talks, and consultancy around all things to do with women's reproductive, menstrual, and mental health.
Great. And so I already said it, it was a World Menopause Day last weekend. And you also recently launched a couple of resources, specifically in the menopause space, and did a lot of other things sort of for that occasion. Would you want to talk a little bit about that and share?
Absolutely, yes. So we've been really busy for World Menopause Day. So aside from delivering webinars for managers and HR teams and for female staff as well, we've just launched two things. So our online course, which is it's a course to help managers learn about menopause, how to talk about menopause, how to support menopause, and also a menopause awareness toolkit, which is packed full of different employer, HR, and employee guides and resources. So everything from a menopause policy template all the way through to posters and graphics for social media. So it's really a full set of tools that can be used for organisations that don't have menopause expertise, which is a lot of organisations, I would imagine.
So you already mentioned you were pretty busy throughout the last couple of days and I assume weeks, considering everything that you put together. So I'm wondering, do you see an increased interest in the topic of menopause this year compared to last year, or compared to like when you started working with employers?
Absolutely, yes. It's in the UK, definitely. There's been a lot of interest. There has been a lot of uptake in things like webinars to raise awareness. And people are realising more and more that this is a really important issue that needs to be addressed. And I think there's more media attention around it. We've got celebrities who are now talking about it and the difficulties that they've had in their own journey. And so, yes, it is increasing, and workplace support is definitely getting better. The one thing I would caveat that with is that hopefully it won't become just a tick box exercise, because this is also about cultural change and making sure that it's not just about doing a training and that's it. It is about long-term structural and cultural change. But yes, it's looking really good, and the exciting thing is once organisations to commit to supporting something like menopause, it paves the way for wider menstrual health issues like endometriosis, PCOS, PMDD. So it's really positive.
That's really interesting you say that. Do you feel like menopause is sort of a good entry topic to start conversations with employers? Is that like very much on top of mind compared to sort of a lot of the other conditions in the women's health space?
It seems to be the hot topic in women's health in the workplace, definitely. There's a lot of, as I said, there's a lot of media attention around it at the moment. There are some quite big movements in the UK. We've got the Make Menopause Matter campaign, which is, all about change in education and workplaces, and in sort of medical education. And so, yes, I think it is a good entry point conversation, but it does need to be wider than just menopause. I think it's so important that we recognise female health in its entirety and the whole spectrum. The other thing that has been an important topic that's emerged through COVID is domestic violence and the links that that has with mental health and well-being, and so there's a lot going on around that as well.
Interesting. So you already, kind of touched on a lot of other topics. Are you addressing any of those also in the maybe near future with See Her Thrive, or sort of, what we talked a little bit about the last year in the menopause space, what's kind of up for you in the next year?
Oh, that's a great question. So yeah, we are doing bits and pieces around endometriosis. We've just obviously launched the menopause awareness kit, but I guess our plan is to also have tools and resources for endometriosis, for PMDD, and continue to build those out, so that really employers have a place they can go to get the resources. We're seeing a lot of workplace interventions and companies that are helping employees, which are fantastic. So we've got people who are helping employees to manage menopause, but a key part is actually empowering managers and HR teams with that side of things as well. So we'll just continue to do what we're doing, building those things out, adding to the library, I guess. And then, yeah, we've got a few other projects in the pipeline that we're working on. I can't talk too much at the moment, but yes, we would love to do something to serve the PMDD community. And so that is something that we're working on as well.
Exciting. So lots to come. Claire, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Speak soon.